it was a lot bigger than they thought.
Definitely it's a worthy story to tell.
There is a ton of romance stories out there. This one is different.
It's a story about faith, it's a story about redemption.
It's really movie quality performances and script. The production company came to us when we were starting to find ways to collaborate on a project. This is Infinitus. It was through them that I discovered that there were actually, that Ombak Rindu's story was only partially dramatized through that first movie.
Our job as IFLIX Originals Harbingers is to bring that difference on how do you contemporize something like Ombak Rindu for today. Because Ombak Rindu is such a story that, you know, human trafficking and romanticizing abusive relationships. So we figured this was a great opportunity to spin that thing around. Definitely it's a worthy story to tell because these IPs have been, you know, entangled in all sorts of bureaucracy. I think it is really a great opportunity for us to spin off something like this into the screen.
The other advantage, of course, for IFLIX is when you do a multi-part series, if it works well, then you get a deeper and longer engagement with the audience. In terms of how true we were to the book, a lot of thoughts are internalized and they don't translate for the screen. I think the key for us was to keep to the spirit of the book, and that's why we made sure that the original author was to some degree involved in the process or consultant in the process.
In order to do justice to the story, I think 2 telemovies per book sort of gives you the whole detail of how the characters, you know, sort of develop and how their sort of projects from submissive woman to a woman who holds her own.
I think when it came to the casting, what the challenge is, you're not just casting a great male actor like Remy Izara, right, or Izara Aisha. You're actually looking for chemistry. It's a character that requires a lot of dedication from the actors. So I guess we were really happy that Remy and Izara is on board with this because it took a lot out of them to bring the characters to life. I think what's special about Remy is that it really took a toll on him per se, trying to play that character and bring that character to life. So I think for me, that dedication is something that I really admire about him. I don't think the role and the character would have been played by someone who's too one-dimensional. You gotta have both the hard and the soft, and I think that's what made Remy really work.
Iza apa ni?
Iza, nak percaya kata-kata abang.
Izara, again, it was a very challenging role.
So we put out the word, and a lot of people sent us their screen tapes, and we just weren't happy with like the whole pairing. Looking at how Remy performed in his casting, probably need someone who's really done the stuff with him. So that's when we looked at Izara, and one of those shows they did together was Pilot Cafe.
Playing a woman who had to be believable, who had gone through a lot of trauma, who had amnesia, memory issues, there were certain action requirements, and I think she just managed to do that whilst not overcomplicating the character. With the choice of Osman Ali as director, and I think we were very lucky, we felt that we got him on board. We wanted that amount of continuity and familiarity with the story and the essence of the spirit of Ombak Rindu, and he was very much responsible for creating that original vision, but he was very much also on board with, given the time that has passed, with updating it.
So Osman is a cool dude. One of the actors I had a chat with told me that, you know, don't be fooled by his demeanor of being this really nurturing, very quiet, meek-looking director, because he does squeeze the hell out of his actors to get the scenes done proper.
Why would you go back to this story which, when it was first released, first thing is, if the series actually raises that very same debate right now, then it actually is on point. I don't think that burying these kinds of themes are necessarily the way one should go about it.
I think it's a perfect timing to cause these debates and for people to talk about it and to have that place to be able to. I mean, there's always going to be people with point of views who say that we are trying to romanticize an abusive relationship or submissive women relationship. the fact of the matter is we tried to stay as close we could to the books, and I think it really brought the characters to life, and that's the purpose of an original production. My hope is that the audience will really enjoy this story and see the completion of how those characters really go on this journey.
I hope it makes an impact. I hope it does, and that I think is what is special about Ombak Rindu. This one is different, and I hope that really resonates with audiences and has a long impact on them, and that essentially they love it.
4 tahun kan? 4 tahun yang sempurna. Iza sebelum Haris.
Iza akan tetap taat pada abang.
Iza? Semua okey?
Okey?
Mana isteri aku?